Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling river, there lived a boy named Rohan. Rohan was known for his incredible curiosity and love for adventure. He was always exploring, climbing trees, and playing detective, trying to uncover the secrets of the world around him. However, Rohan had one bad habit. He loved to take things that didn't belong to him. Rohan didn't think of himself as a thief. He just saw something he liked and took it. He'd often snatch apples from the marketplace, toys from his friends, and even coins left unattended. People in the village started noticing their missing items but could never quite catch Rohan in the act. He was quick and clever, always managing to stay one step ahead. One day, while wandering near the edge of the village, Rohan stumbled upon an old, abandoned house. The house was hidden behind a thick curtain of ivy and looked like it hadn't been touched in years. Intrigued, Rohan decided to explore it. As he crept inside, he discovered a dusty, forgotten room filled with strange and wonderful objects. There were antique clocks, beautiful paintings, and a chest overflowing with glittering jewels. Rohan's eyes widened with greed. He stuffed his pockets with as many jewels as he could carry and ran back home, his heart pounding with excitement. That night, he hid his loot under his bed, dreaming of all the things he could buy and the adventures he could have. The next morning, as Rohan went about his day, strange things started happening. He couldn't find his favorite toy, then his shoes disappeared, and by lunchtime, even his lunchbox had vanished. Bewildered, Rohan began searching for his missing items, but they were nowhere to be found. It seemed as if the very same invisible hands that took from the villagers were now taking from him. That evening, as he lay in bed pondering the mystery, he heard a soft whisper, "Return what you took, Rohan, or face the consequences." Startled, he sat up and looked around, but there was no one there. Convinced it was just his imagination, he tried to sleep, but the whispers grew louder and more insistent. "Return what you took, or face the consequences." Frightened, Rohan decided he had no choice but to return to the old house. The next day, he gathered all the jewels and set off, hoping to undo whatever he had unleashed. As he entered the house and placed the jewels back in the chest, he felt a strange sense of relief. The whispers stopped, and he hurried back home, eager to see if his things had returned. To his astonishment, his missing items were back in their rightful places. His toy was on his bed, his shoes by the door, and his lunchbox on the kitchen table. Relieved and humbled, Rohan realized the error of his ways. He understood that taking what wasn't his had brought nothing but trouble. From that day on, Rohan vowed to be honest and respect others' belongings. He returned all the things he had taken from the villagers, apologizing for his actions. The villagers, though surprised, forgave him, grateful to have their belongings back and impressed by his change of heart. Rohan's adventures continued, but now, instead of taking, he focused on giving. He helped his friends find lost items, assisted the shopkeepers, and even organized treasure hunts for the younger children, teaching them the importance of honesty and respect. And so, Rohan became a beloved member of the village, known not just for his curiosity and adventurous spirit, but also for his integrity and kindness. His story became a legend, a reminder to all that it's never too late to change and make amends for past mistakes.